Driving by on a busy Phoenix street, how could it not grab your attention? That's what she was going for, and it caught mine. I had to stop and make a photo. Could there be more going on inside?
I'm measuring success by the people in my community that I can help. We're struggling to keep our business open and keep our doors open. I'm inmate number W92839, and I spent 23 years as a heroin addict.
This is Cynthia Scott. She is 59 and the owner of Nickel City Baby, a clothing store that she describes as...
Well, they're not clothes that you would wear to a job interview. Hey, Callie, why did you get the free shirt today?
'Cause it's my birthday, bitches!
Yeah, everybody.
Cynthia is not just giving away free birthday swag, it goes to the store's namesake.
And the reason why it's called Nickel City is because 55 cents of anything that you purchase at our store, we use that to clothe women for free that are getting out of prison, battered homes, and sober living.
She knows the women she is helping. She was a decades-long heroin addict and prison inmate.
Because I never had a job. The only job I ever had was a dope fiend.
In fact, she was jailed 17 separate times and served 4 prison sentences between 1987 and 2009, all for crimes related to her addiction. She now owns not 1, but 3 Nickel City Baby clothing stores. The original is just miles from my Phoenix home. I drive by those mannequins all the time. I'm David Wallace. I'm a photographer, filmmaker, and love telling stories of people in my community. So I spent the day with Cynthia.
You know, people see you and they see you have these businesses and, oh, you know, you have the store and they see people coming in and out of the store and they assume that you're making all this money and everything's great when that's not the case. I don't own my home. Me and my husband rent our house. We can't afford to buy a house.
Cynthia's husband, James, has also spent considerable time incarcerated. Despite their economic struggles, they have both come a long way since being released from prison. James runs the second Nickel City Baby location. As Cynthia and I make the 30-minute commute from her home to the store, she tells me a story.
When I first got out of prison, my son reached out to me and told me he would give me an opportunity out in Phoenix, Arizona. I just had to leave everything behind, and I did that. And I came immediately out here. I took the Greyhound bus. When my son picked me up that night from the bus station and we got in the car, we were driving, I just broke down and started crying. And I told him that I just could not do this. So he told me, Mom, you see this tunnel we're going through? I was like, yeah. He said, when we get on the other side of the tunnel, your life starts all over again. I never looked back after that. Every day I go through that tunnel twice a day. And on those really, really rough days, sometimes I will leave my store crying. And by the time I get to the end of the tunnel, and I know that I'm going to be okay. Okay. But what girl doesn't want to get up every day and dress a bunch of dolls? We're in the community because we're in the community.
A few hours after opening, the store gets a crowd. It feels like a party, with dancing, sleigh walks, and a few sales. Cynthia interacts with customers talking about failed relationships, looking at photos of grandchildren, and giving away clothes and feminine products to those in need.
Our women come in dancing, they come in singing, and then a lot of times they come in crying. So we're available for all those situations.
She also ducks back into her office to deal with credit card and inventory issues.
If you need assistance disputing a transaction, press or say 2.
How can I assist you today?
Yeah, I'm trying to pay for something and it's not going through.
Cynthia says she invests 80% of her sales back into the business.
And it's rough, but we're not Walmart, so we can't predict our sales like that. My husband's at work at the store right now. I'm at work at the other store right now, and we hire as few employees as we can because we're trying to make sure we're able to survive.
It's a struggle. compounded by what Cynthia says is that she is a 59-year-old Black woman.
Growing up in my household, there wasn't all this financial talk at the table, like growing up in a middle-class white family. But if you grew up in a home, maybe a single-family home, with your brothers and sisters, with your mother working a 9-to-5, coming home dead tired, you did not get all the financial tools and everything that you may need to be a business owner because you're not being trained to do that. My daughter actually taught me how to balance my checkbook when I was 48 years old.
Try to change my surroundings, my input, my situations,
Several times a month, Cynthia teaches a class at a resource center for those in recovery. It's called Get Up and Show Up.
Our next assignment is an assignment of change.
It's for those battling addiction and how they can transition into the professional world.
My success for me is when I see a girl that had absolutely nothing coming out the door, and she's now working in a company and she's doing well, and she comes back and shops at my store. Then that was a success story for me.
It's not like Cynthia doesn't want financial success, but the odds may be stacked against her.
I don't have the graphs. I don't have the profit margin table. I don't have the accountant that can help keep my books. I don't have any of that. What I have is what I believe in, a willingness to do it. And I'm a workaholic, and I'm not going to stop till it gets done.